Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to some more Heroes of the Storm. Today we're gonna be playing a match with the one, the only Illidan. Now, as someone who has been playing Heroes of the Storm for, a very long time, ever since the game first got announced and I actually got beta access pretty much right off the bat, this used to be one of my absolute favorites. I actually have him at a pretty high level as well. However, in particular over like the last, year or so, this dude has been pretty terrible. However, the last patch has been making him a lot more viable once again. We got some new talents, we got some new skills, we got some changes to existing abilities, and pretty much the entire hero is a little bit more beefy, a little bit easier to play, and a little bit, like, all-rounded, I suppose. So, one of the new talents we, for example, got right there is going to be Unending Hatred, basically just increasing the amount of damage we can do eventually. And I've noticed that in some games, I get a stupidly high kill streak going, and oftentimes, I'm secretly hoping that this is going to be one of those games, but oftentimes, those do result in Illidan getting absolutely out of control. Now, I know very well that maybe some of you may not even really be aware of this hero very much anymore, because you really didn't, see him very much, not even on like the quick match ladder. However, I think you will be seeing him a lot more, at least over the next couple of weeks. Now, either way, this dude is awesome, obviously. If you know the lore of Warcraft whatsoever, you will be aware of the fact that he is one of the most badass characters. Either way, though, in Heroes of the Storm, he is one of the more difficult. He's actually regarded as a very hard character to play. Basically, the primary reason for that is that all of my basic attacks will reduce the cooldown of the rest of my attacks. So look at my skills, right? Look at the cooldown on those. I don't have any mana or whatever, but the cooldown will go down with every single basic hit that I do, which oftentimes adds up over time really quickly, and most of the time that means that the Illidan that actually can calculate the best whether or not it's safe to stay in combat will actually gain a massive advantage. Whereas if you dive in and you just randomly die, you're obviously gonna be caught off guard and you're just simply gonna end up, clearing the enemy team instead. Now this is pretty silly here for me. Looks like we are gonna, be forced to reach out since Tassadar decided not to join in. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the middle lane because we already are a little bit behind in experience here. So yeah, from every single basic attack, I get a cooldown on my main ability, but more importantly, I also get a little bit of healing, which means that the more attack speed and the more basic attacks I do, the more powerful I will become. Looks like we're gonna be headed towards the top lane once again, though, because Tassadar is currently hearthing backwards. Gotta make sure that I, lose as little experience here as possible for the team. Although, there is a pretty big fight going on here. They already actually are gathering the objective. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the rapid one. Well, I think we are gonna have to be getting out of there. We'll go over the abilities that are good in just a second, though. Gotta be careful here. But long story short, don't have any mana, don't really have any of those kind of things to worry about. I just need to make sure that I am in combat and that I do as many basic attacks as possible because they both keep me alive, but they also help me deal, get more healing, I suppose. So they reduce the cooldowns and they give me a bunch more healing. Now, as far as the abilities go, okay, I got my Q ability, which is called Dive. Basically, this ability allows me to dive over a target, which obviously is very, very useful because oftentimes you can block them, but you can also just catch up to enemies that are running away. And very shortly, I'll go ahead and pick up a talent that will give me well, actually, no, I can't be here. That will give me the ability to also dive towards friendly allies, which oftentimes is very, very helpful. Okay. On top of that, I got my W ability called Sweeping Strike there. I had to cheat a little. I had to take a bit of a peek, I suppose. The Sweeping Strike basically is this area of effect strike forward. Once again, also used to cross terrain a little bit faster. And last but not least, I got the Evasion that basically reduces the amount of damage I take. That also has by far, the biggest cooldown, the very largest cooldown. Now, not gonna lie, this ally of mine has been very, very helpful. Actually, oh man, I was actually supposed to pick the friend or foe there. Oh well, made a bit of a misclick. Doesn't really matter though. We're gonna go with the reflexive one here. There is not really one set talent build anymore. In the past, it used to be basically one talent build for all of this hero. you would basically always be running the exact same strategy. If you were running anything else, you would be regarded as kind of a noob. Right now, there's countless different options. Actually, all of the Illidans that I'm seeing on the ladder are running different builds, which is a really cool idea, obviously. Oh, well. This is pretty good. Okay. Let's see if we can maybe go ahead and push one of these things. Very nice, very nice. So look at that cooldown, right? That cooldown reduction is insane. Oh god. Just barely struck in there. Either way though, the main thing about this hero is that you're extremely mobile, you're really powerful, and as far as like a basic change that they've made to him, health amount that he has, like the straight amount of health he has been increased. The amount of health regeneration he has been increased, and also like his general like beefiness with that has been a little bit more powerful. His basic attack speed has been increased as well, so everything just made him a little bit more powerful. So this is really powerful here as well. Look at this. Nice. Yeah, I don't really want to stay here. Thank you, Mr. Butcher, for that help. Gotcha. Using my evasion here as well. Well, I have to be careful here. The tower! Woo! Alright, good. Very nice. Very nice. We're at a huge advantage now. I'm just gonna go ahead and back up. So you can see, right? A lot of enemies as well are not quite really used to the new Illidan yet. Illidan used to be really flimsy. After his cooldowns ran out, he would just sort of die. However, because your basic attacks are a little bit stronger or like a little bit faster, it just really adds up over time how powerful this dude can become. And I think with a little bit of practice, I'm gonna be pretty reasonable at playing him as well. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is a great talent. Definitely helps out in a lot of scenarios. Now, I still have a lot of seats, but I mean, it's not really making that big of a difference anymore. Now, later on into the game, I've noticed that Illidan does get even more out of control. In particular, like, once you get to a bit of a higher level, this dude becomes really, really good. You gotta be careful, though, because Murky... Oh, well, this is not good. I'm gonna have to ult here to just get out. Otherwise, I definitely would have gone down. Also, they've introduced skins, by the way. Look at that. Look at that. That is so freaking beautiful. Yeah. Sadly, I couldn't quite get out there. With friend or foe, sometimes you can go ahead and get out because the dive range is a little bit more powerful, but sadly, I had to choose staying alive there over doing damage. Staying alive and taking the safe option oftentimes is going to be the good one, just because, like I just wanted to mention, oftentimes later on into the game, you just become a much more powerful hero. Especially with things like Nexus Blades and stuff, you can really, you know, you can really steamroll. Okay. Night is coming very soon. Alright, we're putting up the walls. But anyway, I've been having a blast playing Illidan again. I played him a bunch on the live stream last week. And we had the craziest games. Like, if you have proper communication, for obvious reasons, right, you can just absolutely wreck face. Absolutely wreck face. Now, so far, we are actually in a really good spot. We're nearly 2 full levels ahead. Come here, you. I don't want you to fight me. I don't want you to run from me either. No, I shouldn't be risking it, though. No need to risk it. Okay, got my ultimate ready to go once again. I'll do a little bit of hitting. Popping my evasion there because I thought he was gonna jump me. Okay, my ultimate is good to go again. Metamorphosis turns me into this demon form, by the way, and obviously that makes me even more powerful, as you may have guessed. Wow, you don't actually want to fight it? Why not? Okay. Okay, I'm relatively low here, though. May very well fall, yeah. Sadly, I do get taken out there, but not without, you know, doing a lot of damage. Now, hero damage-wise, since we're still a melee damage dealer, right, it's still pretty difficult to top it. By the way, I may very well be making some poor judgment calls here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Sixth Sense just because that used to be the normal talent to go for there, and still really powerful because they have a lot of AP damage. But basically, there's a lot of like decision making that you have to do with this hero, more so than with most of the others that are in the game. So it's all about like making the correct call with that, you know? As long as you're making the correct call, you will be in a good spot. I'm gonna be heading over there because I can actually go ahead and tank now. Well. Well, they are taking a huge risk here. Not completely sure why they're doing that. Xul, come here, you bit. Come on. No, he doesn't want to come. He doesn't want to go. It's alright. We're still at a very nice advantage. So, at level 20, we'll go ahead with one of these talents that I've been messing around with a little bit, and that's the Nexus Blades. Nexus Blades, technically speaking, a bit of a risk, because you don't really have that much mobility. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is that in a lot of scenarios, it still gives you plenty to just simply hit them in the face. Like, as long as you're hitting, right, you're healing. And with Nexus Blades, you get so much extra damage and so much extra healing from that. It's insane. Like, it's insane. Like, if you pick a good fight and you're actually, you know, doing damage with it, and you're just, you know, using your basic attacks, you really, really become super good. Alright. Gotta be careful, though, because, you know, can't really fight all of these dudes. Very nice block there, actually. Sadly, do get not that much damage in with the ultimate there. Oh, man. This is kind of scary now. Don't really know where most of my teammates are. Murky is in the tower, I suppose. Okay, there we go. Alright, we'll be backing up instead here. Very nice, though. Very, very nice. We're keeping alive, right? Staying alive is much more important than anything else. We'll go ahead and sort it here on the amount of eliminations. Just because my hero damage isn't the highest right now. That's all good, though. It doesn't really tell the entire story, obviously. We're in a really good spot. I'm be heading down again right now as well. We are pushing very aggressively. Oh, it's actually Murky. It's Murky. It's fine. I called for a retreat there. We're gonna go ahead and activate the Blades of Azeroth. The Blades of Azeroth are a new talent as well. The Blades of Azeroth are really good, as they will basically just give you a stupid amount of, like, increased damage. Like, that's basically what it comes down to. After a couple, I believe the sweeping strikes, right? Yeah. After a couple of successful sweeping strikes that you hit on enemies, you can go ahead and activate this ability. And what happens is you will basically be just fighting much faster. Like 75% extra attack speed for 8 seconds. 75% extra attack speed, right? I already attack very fast. I heal up from all my attacks. I get reduced cooldowns from all of my attacks. So, as you can imagine, that is something that adds up really quickly. Oh, I actually shouldn't have done that. Alright, I definitely am ulting a little too aggressively here, I would say. Probably wouldn't want to do that, but... Ugh. I have this tendency to keep my ultimates for a very long time as well, so this, you know, I guess is the opposite of that, using it immediately. Oh, man. That burst damage was ridiculous. Very good. Okay, let's head towards the middle lane now. Nice. Yeah, the Unending Hatred stacks really add on as well. That's my level 1 talent. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. And as you can see, right, they're not really focusing you as much anymore. That's one of the major changes that has happened as well, I guess. But just making him slightly beefier and taking him like a little bit more powerful. Or making him a little bit more powerful. It just sort of like prevents the enemies from nuking you down in just a second and like making you more of like a pest more than anything. Right now you're really a force to be reckoned with again. And it may very well, like, you know, I'm not sure if I would consider him too powerful, but he's definitely really, really, really strong right now. Anyways, we're gathering seeds here. We're preventing them from getting seeds. Murky is getting pretty much the bottom ones all by himself, which is great. And here we go. Whew. Sweet. Let's head down once again. Let's see if we can do something, though. We are gonna need everyone here in order to... Well, actually... Gotta hit something. Okay, no, we gotta get out. We gotta get out. Not quite enough, quite enough basic attacks there. Probably should have retreated a little bit faster, but like the thing is, as long as you're hitting things right, once again, you're getting healing as well. Either way though, Murky once again in that plant, he's pushing onwards. We did end up falling there. Done a lot of eliminations and a lot of like, you know, assists as well. Which is going rather well. Probably should have backed up a little bit faster there and not jumping in first and foremost. In the end, that still was going to be a 4v5 no matter what, right? They've also changed, by the way, quite a bunch of things on the Garden of Terror. They changed like the way the pot works and whatnot. Don't think we're going to be able to get the keep here, but yeah, one of the things, for example, that's changed right now is when you die on the Terror, it will actually automatically remove the plant pot that you just put down as well. So sometimes, you know, you would spend like an additional 10 seconds just trying to get that out, or, you know, trying to get that out of the way. They have now, you know, successfully changed that, I suppose. Murky is doing work though. I like this a lot. Like, he's actually helping out a ton in this game. Sometimes you get some really terrible Murkies in your teams, but this dude is really doing work. Alright, asking the team to stay together here. Because oftentimes that is where, you know, we will be in a great spot. Okay, I can activate my Blades of Azeroth now. Oh my god. The plus 75% extra attack speed is just ridiculous. It is just insane. Alright, Nexus Blades now as well. Look at the attack speed, right? It just gets ridiculous. Like, it just gets insane. I don't really know how to put it otherwise. Like, the damage output that you get, in particular in the late game, right? As long as you survive to that point, is just absolutely insane. I'm making sure that we're pushing the middle lane in a little bit as well. They are just cleaning up the top line here, is fine. I mean, all of their heroes are dead now, so guess it is time to hear, or to start hitting their, you know, their keep. There we go. One of the keeps down. Couple more to go. Really? I mean, this is a little risky. We are definitely in a bit of a risk, but we got a huge, like, level advantage, right? Alright, if everyone wants to back up, I'll go ahead and do the same. We're just waiting, I guess, for that stim pack to run out. Okay, I'll get in the circle, I suppose. There we go. Okay, once again, get that Blades of Azeroth then. Look at the attack speed. It's ridiculous. Look at that. It's insane. That is so satisfying. That is so satisfying. I don't even know what to say. Like, that is so dang awesome. So if you haven't already given Illidan a try after the more recent patch, I would highly recommend you go ahead and do so, because this dude can be flipping out of control. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!